Yeah, it all started out in Glendale, Arizona, looking for something to do as a family on the weekend. And so we went to the BMX track, and that's where the racing started. We always did it as a family. Racing was a family sport for us. It's what we did. My brother and I both raced, and my parents were there. Our family was always together doing it, and that was our hobby. That was our fun. So my brother had a friend that raced at the go-kart track, and like I said, I was racing BMX bikes, and when we went out there just to watch, I was like, man, I want to do this. This is awesome. It definitely was, time that I never forget. It's where I learned all the skills that I have and use today. To have, 2 seasons where we went back-to-back winning a national championship, went undefeated one year. I mean, it was really exciting time. It's so much fun. And every week you were just trying to keep it going. It's hard to win races, but to do it week after week, it took everybody grinding it out. Transitioning from open wheel to sports car, road racing to the ARCA series, driving, cars that I've never driven, stock cars, on tracks I've never seen, a lot of ovals. It was a huge challenge for me, but it was an exciting time too, because I felt like I was getting a fresh start. I came into the ARCA series wanting to learn, wanting to grow, and I had immediate success. I had 9 poles, 4 wins, challenged for the championship. I was a guy that was leading races, running up front every single race, and I felt like I got this. I can do this. I can move to that next level and win championships and win racing and win in the NASCAR level. And then you just get a big piece of humble pie. When you get to NASCAR, everybody's so good. And your championships that you've won and the races that you've won is very little compared to the guys that you're racing against. Going into 2008, I signed with Michael Waltrip Racing, rookie year in the Cup Series, excited about the future, and get to the second race of the year at Texas. It's my second race of the year, and had this huge crash. You guys have all seen it. If you have YouTube, you've seen my crash, and it's not what I wanted to get known for. You don't want to get famous for a big crash. You want to get famous for winning races and winning championships and for being fast and having speed. And so for me, it was tough to take in at first. I came into the sport, nobody knew who I was, and all of a sudden everybody knows who I am, but for the wrong reasons. Man, those first 7 or 8 years in NASCAR they were tough. I mean, I was literally getting my teeth kicked in and face shoved in the mud and doing whatever I could just to survive. But I never gave up the hope that if I just do my job well, if I give it everything I have, one day I'll get an opportunity. And then my opportunity came with Front Row Motorsports. Bob Jenkins gave me an opportunity to drive the 34 car, to be in a competitive car racing full time. And I knew that this was the start. It was the start of something that we could build together as a team. And just like any start, it wasn't perfect. We knew that we had a big hill to climb, but we've been climbing that hill every single year since I've been there. We've made huge improvements, and it all started to come together. And when it finally starts to come together, you get that chemistry, you're clicking with your team, you're clicking with your guys, the manufacturer support, partners start coming in, and it starts to grow, and it starts to bubble, then all of a sudden you have success. CarParts.com joined our race team during a really challenging time. They believed in us and we believed in them. And as we were growing and getting better and better as a race team, there was challenging times and we weren't sure what it was going to look like, what the future was going to hold. But CarParts.com stuck with us. We got to Daytona. We had a competitive car. We were in position and it all came together. And that doesn't happen without a team and without a partnership like CarParts.com.